Hi, Mr. Hammond. In this video, I will show mastery on the objective 8.2 Absorption and Emission Spectra. So I chose problem 8x17, and in this problem, they give you a figure of absorption emissions, and it asks you to identify the arrows based on their description. So A as absorption of a photon whose energy is E1, E0. So because it's absorption, it has to be arrow number 1 because it's going from a lower energy state to a high energy state, which means that it needs to absorb a photon. Part B asks absorption from an excited state. So because this is a very rare event, because this usually never really happens when it's going from energy state level E1 to E3. So that is absorption from an excited state. Part C asks emission from a photon whose energy is E3, E1. So because it's emission, that means it's releasing energy. So it's going from a higher energy state to a lower energy state. So E3 to E1 is obviously number 2. Emission whose energy is E2, E0. Again, that's number 3, going from E2 to E0. Again, emission means releasing the energy, going from high to low. This part E asks to identify the true statements. Number 1 is not true because it does matter in which direction you draw the arrow, because it tells whether it's absorption or emission. Number 2 and 3 are both true. Emission, arrow points down. Absorption, arrow points up. 4, the tail of the arrow is drawn in initial state, true. Head of the arrow is drawn in final state, very true. And number 6, it is not necessary to draw an arrowhead, false. Thank you. That's it.